Look into the trophy room of a professional athlete like Ethan Carter, and the story seems obvious. The walls are covered in gold medals and championship plaques, the expected rewards for a lifetime of being the fastest person on the track. Naturally, you'd assume his most prized possession is the medal from his biggest win, the moment he finally stood on the podium, proving he was the best in the world. But Ethan's favorite race isn't a victory. It's a local competition from his teenage years, where he finished in last place, crossing the line nearly 2 full minutes after the penultimate runner had already headed to the locker room. To understand why a professional runner values a total failure over a career of wins, we have to look at the specific day his original dream was destroyed. His career wasn't built on the podiums he eventually reached. It began with what he decided to do on a day when every rational factor suggested he should simply give up. At 17, Ethan lacked the natural, explosive speed of his peers. He made up the gap with a schedule most wouldn't tolerate, rising hours before dawn to run through empty, freezing streets while the city slept. He was training for a specific citywide race. For Ethan, this wasn't just a competition. The winner received a full scholarship to a top-tier sports academy. It was his only clear path to a professional career. When the race began, his months of discipline seemed to be paying off. Through the first kilometer, he was part of the lead pack, maintaining a pace that put the scholarship within his reach. Then his knee gave out. A sharp, tearing sensation forced him to a limp. One by one, the other runners surged past him. His coach began shouting from the sidelines, telling him to stop immediately before he caused a permanent injury. Ethan watched the lead pack disappear into the distance. He knew the scholarship was gone. He remembered his father's advice, that the only thing that truly matters is taking one more step when everyone else expects you to stop. He didn't stop. By finishing a race he'd already lost, he shifted focus away from the trophy and toward his own capacity to endure. By the time Ethan limped across the finish line, the stands were nearly empty. His coach didn't talk about the loss. He talked about the fact that Ethan had found the exact point where his body wanted to quit and pushed past it anyway. But the medical reality was harsh. The doctor confirmed a severe injury that required months of total rest. With the scholarship cycle ending, Ethan's window to enter the academy had slammed shut. This graph illustrates his physical state over the following months. After the injury, his capability didn't just dip, it flatlined. While his competitors were hitting new personal bests, Ethan was stuck on a couch, unable to do the one thing that defined his identity. Without the race to train for, he was left with a single, exhausting question. If the goal is already gone, why bother with the effort of recovery? This is the quietest part of the journey. There are no cheering crowds or coaches, just the frustration of having no clear destination to work toward. While cleaning his room, Ethan found his old training notebook. He looked at his goal of becoming a professional, crossed it out, and wrote a new, smaller objective: heal, then try again. The recovery was slow and often humiliating. He went from being a competitive runner to a teenager who struggled to walk a single block without pain. Eventually, walking turned into a tentative, awkward jog. Comparing his pre-injury speed to his post-recovery pace, the gap was massive. He was significantly slower. But Ethan stopped comparing baselines and focused entirely on the next 24 hours. If he could move just a few meters further, it was a successful day. He had stopped training for a championship and started training his mind to accept the slow, tedious work of incremental progress. A full year later, Ethan was back on the same track for the same annual race. The stakes were different now. He wasn't there for a scholarship or a scout's attention. He was there to see if the mental resilience he built during a year of lonely recovery would hold up under pressure. In the final stretch, he was in second place. His lungs felt like they were collapsing, and his legs were heavy with fatigue. His mind began to repeat the same demand it had a year ago: stop. But this time, the urge to quit didn't scare him. He had spent months negotiating with that exact same voice of doubt during his rehab. He knew how to ignore it. In any high-stakes moment, the primary competitor isn't the person in the next lane. It's the part of your own brain that values comfort over the goal. Ethan found a final burst of energy, overtook the leader, and crossed the finish line in first place. When his coach asked how he did it, Ethan didn't mention his speed or his training plan. He simply said he won because he had practiced the act of not giving up when he was in last place. This is why the adult Ethan Carter looks at his first, humiliating loss as the most important moment of his life. That race proved that his value as an athlete wasn't tied to his position in the pack. Success, he realized, is what happens when you keep moving after every reason to continue has vanished. If you are facing a setback that feels permanent, remember that you don't need to finish the whole journey today. You just need to take the next step.